Then I'll put the question, which is that the motion be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. Aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it.
Mr Speaker, I'm caught short.
Honourable Jerry Brownlee.
Mr Speaker, I'm going to take some guidance here on what I'm meant to do. Sorry?
There's an urgency.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, sorry. Mr Speaker, I thought, I was thinking it was about referring this thing to a select committee. I was sort of slightly offbeat there, but thank you, Mr Speaker. Yes, that's right, yeah. Mr Speaker, I move that urgency be accorded the passing through the remaining stages of the Injury Prevention, Rehabilitation and Compensation Amendment Bill, the Children, Young Persons and Their Families, Youth Courts, Jurisdiction and Orders Amendment Bill and the Judicial Matters Bill, and the Student Loan Scheme Exemptions and Miscellaneous Provisions Amendment Bill, the interrupted first reading of the Animal Welfare Amendment Bill, the second reading of the Inquiries Bill, and the first readings of the Trans-Tasman Proceedings Bill and the Securities Trustees and Statutory Supervisors Bill. Mr Speaker, this is quite a large body of work, and I know that the Injury Prevention and Rehabilitation and Compensation Amendment Bill is one that will be vigorously debated in the House. Sir, it is the Government's wish to see this bill passed. We believe we have support for that, and it must be tested in Parliament. But the reason for advancing it this week is that the Parliament is about to go into a 2-week recess, and that would mean that if we don't pass it in this block of time, those who are responsible for its enactment would be under far too great a pressure for it to be effective on the 1st of April. And while that might be the objective of the opposition, it is certainly not the objective of the government. Mr Speaker, the Children, Young Persons and Their Families, Youth Courts, Jurisdiction Orders Amendment Bill is one that essentially brings in new corrective arrangements for young people. It's one that is highly popular among the population in New Zealand, and one that people are eagerly expecting to be enacted as quickly as possible. Mr Speaker, the Student Loan Scheme Exemptions and Miscellaneous Provisions Bill needs to go through all its stages so that those responsible for administering student loans at this very important time of the year have a degree of clarity about how that should occur. The interrupted debate on the Animal Welfare Bill is one that should be completed in order that it gets to a select committee before we go into that long recess. It is the bill that was taken over by the government from Mr Simon Bridges. It deals with some of those dreadful situations where there was extreme animal cruelty in recent times. The other bills, sir, are bills that need to be progressed in order for them to make sufficient progress on the order paper for their passing in due time. Mr Speaker, for those reasons, the government seeks urgency in this case.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. Aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. Party vote. Clerk will conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
58 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
43 votes opposed.
Green Party.
9 votes opposed.
ACT New Zealand.
5 votes in favour.
Maori Party.
5 votes in favour.
Progressive.
1 vote opposed.
United Future.
1 vote in favour.
The ayes are 69, the noes are 53. The ayes have it. Called Government Order of the Day.